Alright, so the question number 2 reads, if the domain of f of x equals 3x plus 5 of 3x plus 5 is negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3, what is the range? Okay, so like I explained in previous lessons, the domain is the values of x that define our function f of x. Okay, so basically that means that any valid value of x that leads to another value or maps to another value. Okay, so I'm going to label that in red, and this is what we call the domain. Okay, so the range is all possible values of f of x from our domain. Okay, so, and this is all connected by our function f. Okay, so they gave us our domain, right, which is the set of negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3, and they're asking us to find f of x, right? So asking us to find, oh, what do these values correlate to, map to in our range? Okay, so to find our range, we have to plug in each of these values into our function and see what its output is, and by doing so, we will be able to find the range. Okay. Okay, so we're going to first do our function here. We're going to state our function again, which is f of x equals 3x plus 5. Okay, so let's first calculate f of negative 1. Right, so that would be negative 3 plus 5, and that would equal to 2. Okay, alright, so f of 0, that would equal 3 times 0 plus 5, and that equals to 5. F of 1, right? F of 1 equals 3 times 1 plus 5, and that equals to 8. And f of 2 equals 3 times 2 plus 5, that equals to 11. And finally, f of 3 equals 3 times 3 plus 5 equals 14. Okay, cool. So now we have found our range, and I'm just going to input it into our bubble here, which is 2, 5, 8, 11, and 14. Okay, so this would make sense for our range because in our domain we're given 5 values, so our output should be also 5 values of themselves. So that helps us to confirm that this is indeed our range with this restricted setup for our domain. Other than that, that's how you solve the problem. And so our range is, let me just write a statement here. The range of f of x is 2, 5, 8, 11, and 14. Okay, cool. So this solution. Cool. All right, let's move on to the next question.